Check it out. Happy New Year, everybody. Murphy Daily with Written by Murphy at Written by Murphy. This is the new year, and it's the very day of the new year. It's a holiday, and I am popping on because I have missed being on the videos. Also, it's my birthday, which is like putting a turbocharge to that thing that you do every new year. Like, what will this year have? Well, it's double that for me. What am I going to do this year? How are things going to be different? It turns out that this is the year I read a ton of books, and I've posted that in Facebook. I should put it on Written by Murphy too. I read 150 books, completed 150 books, and started 162. And one of the books that I read very recently is A Year of Less. A Year of Less by Cait Flanders, where she talks about not shopping for a year. She also talks about the different things that she did. She's a cute little millennial blogger and a best-selling author, because this book is worth it, man. This is a really good book. It's kind of different than The Life-Changing Art of Tidying Up, which kind of also talks about not having as much stuff. But in her case, she's just like, what am I doing? She also talks about kind of retail therapy. She talks about having given up drinking and like what she wants out of life. In her case, she really liked traveling. But like what you want out of relationships, what you want about life, what you want about the lived experience that we're doing, this thing called life. So I read the book and I'm like, yeah, I want to get rid of my stuff too. So I started, just making a little pile. And I got a pile over here next to my desk here of things I want to get rid of. And I'm going through going, yeah, I don't need this and I should change this. And that's great. I'm excited about doing it. And it's kind of a little more relaxed than Marie Kondo's exciting, touch everything and think about it. Like that's good too. I don't know, a good combo of that would be great for the year. But this being my birthday, my husband, my adorable, wonderful husband, has asked me, what do I want to do on this day? This day is a party day or a get over your hangover day. And that kind of sucks for me because that's not a very fun birthday when everyone's like, I'm so tired, I don't want to deal with life. Well, my life hasn't actually included a lot of people who have hangovers. That's like a myth. Like I've heard of people that do drink to excess and have hangovers. Well, by the time I know the people that have done such things, they don't do it anymore. So yeah, the people that I hang out with are like, yeah, I'm just tired. But my husband wants to ask me, what do you want to do? So what do I want to do? There's some usual suspects of what you ask for, right? Well, I'd love to have lunch. I'd love to go, go out to eat or go shopping. These are the things that people want to do, and they do on their birthday. But, Cait also talks about how she changed her eating and lost 30 pounds and how she's changing that too. So I'm like, yeah, what do I do if I step away from those usual answers of indulge myself, comfort myself with food and drink and retail therapy? That's a tough one. So if I'm going to go about my year thinking about how to maximize the pleasure, the enjoyment, the yumminess of the year, what do I want to do? Well, since this particular year that I just finished, 2019, was definitely a year of reading. And I stepped into reading because I really like that and I really enjoy it. So heck yeah, at any moment you can find me deep in a book. But there's an issue with that, is that it's not social. It's not social. And what do you do with, I don't know, it's a very lonely thing to do. So I can make it social, which I do here on these videos by talking about the books that I read. And as I contemplate my year going forward, I'm like, yeah, I want to talk more about the books that I read. I stepped away from that and I want to pick it up again and keep doing it and sharing it with people. So yes, I can take the books that I enjoy reading and share it, but also what else is there to do if not consume? Well, create, right? Creating things. This year also, I started, it was just 2019. I started taking improv classes and learning about how to get with people and create a story. Wow, intentionally, not like I do with, my little psychological hangups, like we all do. Like, oh, I'm in this relationship with my boss, so the story is that he is in control of me, and I have to do what he says, and I have to be mad at him. That's one story that we create. But intentionally creating stories and thinking about what I want to do in my improv classes has been astonishing, and I love it. That's creation, not just consuming. Oh, that's extremely engaging. Wow, I love that. The only thing is, I have to have someone else to do it with. But if I were to write a story, I could create a story all by my very own self. And I'd like to keep doing more of that. That's something I could do. But then that's also in the category of, in the same alone category, like you don't get to write with a bunch of people. That's tough. But when I am with people, I do get to create conversations. And that is super valuable too. So I thought about that. Like, oh, I can't just go create an improv scene at the drop of a hat. I have to have people to do it with. And that takes, maintaining relationships and planning and setting that up. But conversations, well, those are easier. They seem less, they're kind of, really depends on who you're having the conversation with. And I realized, wow, my husband is a fantastic conversationalist. I call him my research staff because he's constantly bringing me articles about whatever I'm interested in and whatever he's interested in too. But he is never short of a good, meaty conversation. It is awesome. In fact, we have these conversations all the time, and these things we pick up. My poor daughter, she's 10 and she's like, she wants to be involved in it, but she can't quite yet. She will soon, really. And the conversations I have with my husband are truly, truly extraordinary, world-class, and my very favorite kind of conversations. So, actually, I'd love to have a conversation, a lovely conversation where we can talk about interesting things rather than, oh, did you buy the cat food? Because that happens a lot too, right? So to talk about the point of this video that I meant to have has to do with, this is a new year. And my favorite topic is books at the moment, but books both consuming and creating. And in this Year of Less book that I just finished, which I highly recommend, it's really easy to read and it's fun. It makes me think about what I want to have in my life and the choices that I make, and being mindful about creating things and not settling for just consuming. Consuming is very easy and extremely common. And I know it's not as satisfying to me as the choice of creation. So I want to create more this year, and I want to make the time and the space, and also I would like to create it with people. So if you're hearing this, I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to know what you think you want to have in your upcoming year, and what books you like, what creative things you're making, and I'll keep sharing mine. It's going to be a great 2020. I'm pretty excited about the different things that are coming up and the awareness that I have. So please comment and let me know what you think. Let's continue the conversation.